Okay, good morning. Good morning. The Committee on Public Safety, Judiciary, and Homeland Security will come to order. And we will now have roll call.
Commissioner Baker McCormick,
Here.
Commissioner Baydoun,
Here.
Commissioner Basham,
Present.
Commissioner Scott, and Commissioner Clark Coleman.
Here.
Madam Chair, you have a quorum.
Thank you.
And the next item, approval of the July 31 meeting minutes.
Move to approve. Support.
Who moved it? Don't matter.
Commissioner Scott.
Okay, who supported it?
Commissioner Baydoun.
Okay. All right, here, are there questions on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, the motion carries.
There is no unfinished business. Under new business, item 1, a comparable source contract with Canfield Equipment Services to install equipment in police vehicles.
Samaya and her.
Lieutenant
Yes.
Gloucester.
Good morning, Sumaya Harb, Director of Administration, and with me is,
Lieutenant Gloucester, Wayne County Sheriff's Office. Good morning.
Okay, good morning.
this is a contract to outfit 12 cars that we purchased this past, in
Yes.
2019. And the vendor is Otto Warren. The vendor has the equipment that we need. They're the ones who have the equipment.
They are an exclusive dealer for Havas Equipment, which are the consoles between the seats. They also have outfit the state of Michigan vehicles and exclusive with DPD right now. And they also did our vans and a bunch of our other cars.
Okay, just a question. I know that we buy the vans without the equipment in it. And then we have to outfit it by putting the police equipment in there. And then I also noticed that these have been sitting there waiting for the equipment to be installed. I guess my question is, why don't you order that at the same time? Or you can't order it at the same time that you order the vehicles?
It's kind of a two-pronged process. We come to the commission asking for the cars.
Yeah.
And then we have to get a purchase order. In order to upfit that, we have to go through this process with the Canfield, which is a whole separate process. So technically, the vendor will not order anything until they're assured that we're going to get a purchase order, which starts with the commission. So from this process forward, once I get approval from full board, we can go ahead and start working with the vendor. In order to upfit the car from the dealership, some of the dealers don't offer that. Just depends who has the My Deal contract.
No, I know that the dealer doesn't
Yeah.
offer it, but I was just wondering, I mean, we had like a 2-month delay
Yes.
in
Yes.
using those vehicles. I was just wondering if is it possible to coordinate it so that you can do both do the vehicles as soon as we get them from the dealer?
Commissioner, I would love to, but the problem is the vendors, they need some type of guarantee as far as a PO or something. I think I came to you guys with the Dodge to get to commission approval for the Dodge vehicles because we're under the deadline on the cutoff.
Right.
And that was their guarantee from the commission chair. Hey, we're good. We don't have a PO. They can order it. They just want to make sure that they got something to back my word with it, besides me just saying go ahead.
Okay. Commissioner Baydoun?
I will move for approval, but I have a question, and you alluded to it already, I believe. Wouldn't it be cheaper, like Madam Chair here mentioned, wouldn't it be cheaper to have everything done at the same time and save time because the vans have been sitting for 2 months and nobody was able to use them, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. And these aren't vans. These are the cars. There are
The
6
cars,
Dodge
cars,
Chargers
yes.
and 6 Chevy Impalas. The vans are this. Canfield is the same company that did our vans. I'm not sure if it'd be cheaper or not. The problem is it's 2 separate purchase orders. I can't do anything.
So
The
he's-
cars are sitting there waiting at Canfield,
he's-
but he's not willing to touch them until I have some guarantee in the form of a commission resolution or a purchase order.
Yeah, so he's saying that he can't do one until the other is finalized.
But when you come in front of us and asking for purchase or authorization to, let's say, purchase 6 vehicles, can't you ask for the equipment for those 6 vehicles at the same time?
I did.
There you
Been a
did.
while. It's been a while that we
This,
set the
this has been
request.
going since February, I believe.
Our TCM
It's been a while.
process is broken, and, yeah, it takes a while.
So we
Commissioner,
voted, I'm sorry, we voted on the 6 vehicles or however many vehicles you have. When did we vote on those? Back in,
It's been a while.
Yeah, the Chevy
Once a
Impala,
month.
the Chevy Impalas went faster because there's actually a couple pieces of the puzzles. You had the Chevy Impalas, which was a separate purchase order because it's a separate vendor, then the Dodge Chargers, which was a separate vendor. And those I asked for commission exigent, I do believe,
Yes.
because the cutoff was April. Now I'm working all 3 pieces at the same time, knowing the vehicles are gonna take 8 to 12, maybe 16 weeks to get built, because they're all police package vehicles, they're all special order vehicles. But at the same token, and, I mean, I'm not perfect, you guys were, I talked to Joe, 7 o'clock at night, we're emailing each other. But, your staff is overwhelmed, and you guys got a lot going on. And at the same token, if I miss something, it gets, and Joe, correct me if I'm wrong, please. If I miss something within the letter, or if something's not correct, it gets sent all the way back to draft. I have to correct it, my people have to upload it, then it's gotta go all the way back through the system.
Through the chair, yes, that is how it works with SyQuest or TCM. When we do find an error, the process is, and this is just the way the system was built, that it basically gets returned to the department, which skips over all of the approvals that, it goes through several approvals. It starts with the department and goes through several approvals before it arrives with us. But when we have to return it, it skips all the way back to the original department.
sounds like red tape to me.
It is.
Yes,
Sounds like red tape.
It is.
yes.
Commissioner Basham. He was first.
Yeah, why don't we, I guess my thing is, then why don't we, I thought we got new software and we were fixing some of those problems.
Through the chair, that actually that basically was on order, but that's actually not going to be fully working for about another 3 years or so. It's going to take that long for the new procurement and everything else to be fully launched. So,
Lieutenant Gloucester, through Chair, to address Commissioner, any future concerns, what I'm trying to do is work with the My Deal vendors, with some of the equipment outfitters, and say, hey, give me a price on what it would cost for one package vehicle out the door. And to see if that behooves the county. Well, it depends, to see if that behooves the county, if that's cheaper. Sometimes it's cheaper. You're already paying me to do part of this work. I got several different jobs, but this is one of them. Some of the vendors, because they're going out and getting this and doing all this and they're arranging it, they sometimes add something to the price. So you really gotta look at which way best serves the county and serves the citizens of Wayne County, and
Okay. It just looks like it's just,
just trying to cut the red tape.
yes, absolutely. I couldn't agree with
appreciate
you
that.
more. Thank you very much.
Commissioner McCormick, is yours in the same?
I was just gonna ask, why not look at,
Buying them with-
contractor?
Buying them
that
with
does
all together?
Everything and see what the price is.
g-
But you just said,
yes,
so
c-
that's it.
Lieutenant Gloucester, the chair, absolutely, Commissioner, and with how busy your guys' staff is, because Joe and Julian will tell you, I emailed them repeatedly about, hey, I need this, I got these cars sitting. If this helps speed things up and alleviates the work on some of your people, I'm gonna start doing that, as far as asking to see the cost comparisons and go that route.
Okay, Commissioner Baidoon moved it.
Motion, yeah.
Commissioner Scott supported it. Are there any other questions on this motion? All in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, the motion carries. Sir Clerk.
Forwarding item number 2, forwarding a copy of the grant application for the U.S. Department of Justice 2019 Justice Assistance Grant.
And this is that JAG grant that we get from the U.S. Department of Justice. And Martha, let me see what did I put down here on yours? Okay, so, okay. All right, so it's based on the FBI data. This is how these are broken down. This is how the figures are derived. They're based on the FBI data. And these are the financial breakdown. If you're looking, you'll see how much goes where. And that's how they determine how much each community gets. Now, Commissioner Basham.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I don't know if this is part of the same item, but it has to do with a grant. But I've got a major project going on downriver trying to change the environment and try to keep people from texting and driving, not just distracted driving, but I remember when we went through the seatbelt process to get people to use their seatbelts, and then we had to go through the baby seat / booster seat process. Now we're into it's a primary offense to text and drive, but I'm meeting with all these police chiefs downriver and also with MSP. And one of the things that come up from some of the smaller departments is they need some resources or some funding so that they can actually allocate time for texting and driving. And so it's a primary offense to text and drive, but the enforcement, if you don't have the people, can they use this money, any of it, for texting and driving?
Through the chair, no, these are specific to equipment within the police departments. It could be vests, or it could be software. It's very specific. They have to request the items, and a Department of Justice will approve it. But we do have a new director of grants that I can ask him to look into texting grants, if there's any out there.
Yeah, that would be
But
worth a
this one
coffee.
does not qualify.
Thank you.
Okay, so,
That point,
yes.
the enforcement programs, that wouldn't be, I'm sorry. Thank you, Madam Chair. The enforcement programs wouldn't be part of possible use for the texting enforcement programs?
I have to look into it.
Okay, because it
I will
does
look
say enforcement programs.
It's,
So
okay.
I didn't know what enforcement, is that drug enforcement or what enforcement means?
I would look into it, and I'll call the Department of Justice and see if that qualifies. But for all other communities outside Wayne County, they all give us a list of equipments that they need. They give the Department of Justice a list of equipment, what they need.
And even when we approve this,
Yeah.
the Department of Justice has to approve how it's used.
Yes.
They have to approve the usage of it. Commissioner Baydun?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just a question in general, you may have answered my question. I see these grants fluctuate from one year to another. Is this based on statistics?
Yes.
They're the FBI
The FBI
data.
statistics.
Crime
Data.
stats.
Crime
Crime
stats,
stats
okay.
within, it depends on what the community or the police department submits to the federal government
I see.
in their crime stats. That's why the city of Detroit gets the lion's share of this grant.
Thank you.
Okay, now, did someone move it? I did. And you
Support.
supported it? Okay. Been properly moved by Commissioner Scott, supported by Commissioner Baydun. Questions on the motion? Oh, yeah, as amended, because you guys,
As amended.
you guys have to,
Or contingent upon, sorry, contingent upon. Through the chair, it's basically, there's a correction that has to be made in TCM. It's just a very simple coding correction. It's not affecting the content at all. It's just a simple coding correction.
Okay.
and so it is as amended. Your motion is
No,
as amended.
No, so it's contingent upon
Oh, contingent upon.
the correction being made by the department.
Okay, not as a contingent upon.
upon.
That's how your motion should.
Gotcha.
Okay, and you second that?
Yes.
Okay. All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, the motion carries. Okay, you guys, upgrade them vehicles as soon as possible.
We're on it. Thank you so much.
Actually, I'm heading out there now.
Yeah.
Item E, such a Item E, such other matters as may properly
Okay.
be submitted before the committee.
Nothing.
Item F, public comments.
Is there anyone from the public who would like to comment? And since I only see staff, next,
Item
sir.
G, adjournment.
Okay. Move adjourn. Support. Commissioner Baydun?